All right, we're live.
Ooh, we're live. It's sideways though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
You filmed yourself.
Is it still sideways?
Yeah.
How's that?
Still sideways. Oh. It's turning. But now it's like only vertical. Like you can't see the whole thing.
Why did it do that? Rotate device back.
Nope, not sideways.
All right, we'll just have to do it like that.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to Zen Live. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure we'll get some more people coming in a little bit as we just sent the link out. But yeah, we're very excited to be tasting some of our wines with you guys, wherever you may be. I'm Matt Rayla. I'm the owner and winemaker at Wine Gorilla, and I have my girlfriend Brigida Simran with me. And we're just going to be going through some of the wines today, talking about some of them. Some of them you may have tried, some of them may be in your club shipments, or you haven't had before, so this will be a cool experience.
And there's a section on the bottom to comment if you guys have any questions, or we'll be looking at it the whole time. Let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us.
Yeah, definitely give us a comment. Let us know if everything's working all right. We had a few technical difficulties with the camera, but we're getting it sorted.
It's very new for us.
All right, so we can get started on the first wine, and we're actually going to start with the white wine. So this is our Verdelho. It's a Portuguese varietal. It's a 2017.
Where is it from?
So this is from the Contra Costa County in Livermore, so in the Bay Area.
So it's a very hot region, right?
Yeah.
Very warm.
So this white wine, it's for me.
Very floral right away.
Yeah. So there's going to be
Melon.
a lot of citrus. I get a lot of pineapple.
So much melon.
A lot of melon. Yeah. It's pretty similar to a Sauv Blanc. So.
But it's like a little like the smell is sweeter than a Sauv Blanc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got 5 people watching. Like
Yeah.
honeydew, honeysuckle.
And that's just from the nose.
I even get like pear. Do you get pear?
Yeah. Lots of pear.
Apple.
I get like a sour apple.
And like the reason you swirl it around your glass, sometimes people cover it too, is to hold in the aromas and to open up the wine. Once it gets exposed to air, it starts opening up the flavors. And so usually when you do a tasting, the first taste on your palate is literally just to coat your palate. So you just swish it around all over, coat the palate. Then you do a second taste, and you're actually supposed to breathe in air. It sounds really obnoxious, but it's just how you do it. No one thinks you're obnoxious. And I'm spitting because it's kind of early. I'm not ready to drink right now.
Let's see if we can get anyone commenting. Yeah, and it's got a really smooth mouthfeel. Long finish. It's definitely a lot more citrus.
The taste though is so different
Yeah.
than the nose. Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely drier. It's not as sweet as you think it's gonna be. It's a pretty dry white wine.
So that third taste was your like first taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super acidic,
Yeah.
really bright. The flavors were just so different than what I smelled.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this a great wine varietal is that it's got like the nice tropical and citrus nose on it, but the taste of it is pretty dry and mellow and
It's almost like a little bit of green apple,
yeah, it's
but
got
very
some green apple.
mellow.
Yeah. So this is a great wine to have with like seafood or salad, like something just citrusy, just to kind of
Yeah, seafood, like fish.
Yeah.
It would be really good with fish.
bring out the flavors really
Fish
well.
tacos. I'm good with this wine.
Yeah. All right. I think we should move on to the rosé. So this is one of my my favorites that we have. It's our rosé of Zinfandel. It's a Rebel. We call it the Rebel de la Mer, which is Rebel of the Sea. And oh yeah, if you don't know, or if you come into a tasting and I didn't mention it, my sister Miranda designs the labels on the bottles. So each wine or vineyard that we source from will have its own wine label associated with it. So we like to really focus in and make every vineyard that we source from its own thing. So it's very unique. We want to represent every vineyard that we source from. But the rosé is actually a bleed off of all of our single vineyard Zins. And it's a rosé of Zin, so it's definitely different than most rosés out there. Most rosés are made out of Pinot, or other red varietals. It's pretty rare that you'll see it out of rosé, but
Yeah, I think rosé of Zin used to be like the white Zin.
right,
You know,
it
that-
kind of got looked down upon for a while.
Because they used to make them really sweet and it didn't even taste like Zin. This one, it sits on, so the reason it's a pink color like this is because when they're fermenting, right? It's fermentation.
So the color comes from the red skins of the grapes.
It sits with the grapes for a couple hours, right?
Yeah, so the rosé, it was on skin contact for about 6 to 8 hours.
So then they take it
And
off.
then we bleed off the juice
Yeah.
and just put it into the barrel, and that's how we get our rosé.
See, it's like at 10:09 a.m.
Yeah. Some of you may be on the East Coast or the Midwest, so it might be more wine time for you guys. For us, it's 10 a.m. So we're
just
still waking up our palates.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're tasting through a lot of wines, it's good to smell like palate cleanser. So like coffee beans are good just to clear out your nose so you can get new things. Alright.
Nothing much on the nose.
Alright, like blackberry maybe. Hold on. I'm gonna clear out my nose. It's got a nice nose. I don't know what I get though.
I get tons of strawberry. Like for me,
On
it's
the
just
nose or on the palate?
on the palate.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm a little heavier.
Not there yet.
So for me, it's just like a burst of strawberry, which I think is like perfect for a rosé.
Okay, smell it. Do you get diesel?
Diesel?
Yeah, am I crazy? Do you smell that? Like a little bit of like a tire smell. Am I nuts?
No, you can definitely get it. I don't think you're nuts.
It's like almost like a rubbery smell. It's super weird.
I get a little bit of that, but yeah, for me, it's just burst of strawberry on there. That's a great wine. It's dry too. It's not a sweet rosé, which is great. Because sometimes the sugar kind of overtakes,
It's not
overpowers
sweet.
the wine. Yeah, it covers your palate.
It's acidic, it's bright,
Mm-hmm.
it's got a lot of berries.
Lots of berries, yeah, and we do still have the rosé in cans. So we had the white wine in cans as well. We sold out of those. We still have some rosé left, and we'll actually be canning our 2018 rosé and white early next month. So we'll have those as well.
Yeah, it's very acidic. You can tell the acid when it's like that, when your mouth starts watering on like the sides of your tongue. It's like that bright acidity. You know what I'm talking about? So,
Yeah.
so a wine like this, when you pair it with like any kind of food that has acid, like this is perfect with like a garden salad with like tomatoes. Because that acidity in both, it almost like cancels it out. Like it's like a double negative. So if your wine's really sweet and you have something sweet, it kind of tones down the wine. Same thing with acid. If it's really bright acidity and you eat something with a lot of acid in it, it tones down the acid flavor.
That's a great point.
This would be really good with the salad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we got the Verdelho white wine. Great to pair with seafood. I would have like a halibut with this.
Fish tacos.
Fish tacos, that sounds amazing. And the rosé,
Maybe like a white pasta dish.
White pasta, yeah. Something lighter.
Like a seafood pasta dish.
Mhm.
That would really good.
The rosé, great to drink on its own in the 4-pack of cans, or with a nice salad. Maybe even like a salad with like tangerines in it, and tomatoes, something to balance off that acid. All right, we ready to move into the reds?
Yeah, I need a little rinse.
So the first red,
And these wines were open yesterday, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they should be.
Yeah,
tasting
they
good
hold
right
up really good. Like the next day is like the best day.
now. Yeah.
It's like leftovers.
Leftovers are my favorite.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our 2017 Russian River Zinfandel.
Flagship.
Yeah, so this is our flagship Zin. This is our everyday. You want to pop open a bottle of Zin, definitely go for this one. Not as complex or has as much depth as a single vineyard Zins, but it's gonna have a lot of blackberries. It's gonna have a little bit of spice. It's gonna have just enough to keep you going. And this one's actually a blend of two single vineyard Zins.
Wow, it's got a great name.
Yeah, it's a blend of the Paradise Lane Vineyard and the Conti Vineyard, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Those are some of our most popular single vineyard Zins that we have here.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know too that Zinfandel is really rare in this region where we are. We're in the middle of the Russian River Valley, which is pretty much all Pinots and Chardonnays. That's just, they're very delicate grapes, and since we have a coastal fog that comes in, it's really good because those grapes would not do well if it was too hot.
Right.
So
Zinfandel from this region is actually really interesting because you do get those coastal breezes, you get a little bit cooler climates, you're gonna get more earthy notes, you're gonna get more pepper.
it's like a Zin styled like a Pinot.
Right, and it's gonna have really nice acid, and it's not gonna be too high in alcohol. It's not gonna be too overbearing, which I know some people are looking for those, but Zins from this area are gonna be really well balanced, and they're gonna be great for food pairing.
Right.
All right, let's give it a try.
So the nose.
Oh man, I'm getting like if like you took blackberries and covered them with dirt. That's the smell I'm getting.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
like-
true. It's like outside. So it's like outside. Like,
Yeah, it smells like
yeah.
berries covered in earth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting out of it.
Feel like we're crazy.
Yeah. You can't be wrong with this stuff. It's whatever you get out of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's got a nice bold flavor to it. Really round mouth, like it covers your whole palate. Like it definitely has that Zin
It's
characteristic,
dry.
but it's pretty dry, yeah.
It's drier than I expected.
But it's like full bodied. It's like it's definitely Zin. That Zin characteristic where like it's almost like a punch in your mouth. Like it lets you know right away that.
But it's full body, but it's like got a soft edge. Cause I've had Zins where they're like full bodied and they're just like really like, you know what I'm talking about? And it's like too acidic right away. This one's like
Where it's sharp.
It's sharp. That's the word. This one's like it's full body, but it's like really well balanced.
And guys, don't hesitate to drop us a question in the comment box on YouTube. If you have any questions or you want to make a comment, let us know which one of these is your favorite. If you've had them before, please let us know. Blueberries, yeah.
Blueberries.
So yeah, this one, and this is the 17. So it is still pretty young for a Zinfandel, but it's tasting great right now.
Really good. It's
Yeah.
like a little bit of like cinnamon. It's very soft.
It's got some really nice earthiness to it.
Yeah. So Zinfandel, what's the best region for Zin? Like Dry Creek?
Yeah, I mean, Dry Creek is really popular for Zin, Alexander Valley, warmer climates like Lodi.
So and all those, just so you guys know, are like they're regions. So different areas produce better wines based on the climate, based on the way the vines grow, based on the breezes. Like and even in one vineyard, there's microclimates. So at the bottom of the hill is very different than the top of the hill. And where's this vineyard?
See, so one of the vineyards is the Paradise Lane Vineyard, which is in the heart of the Russian River Valley. It's in Santa Rosa. That's gonna be a cooler climate, but it is an old vine, so the fruit's gonna be really concentrated. The other vineyard,
It is an old vine?
yeah, it was planted 90 years ago.
Wow.
We'll get to that one last.
This one is part of this blend?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the Conti Vineyard, it's in the Russian River Valley, but it's on the northern part and it's in Healdsburg. So it's pretty much,
Hot.
it's a little bit hotter there, it's warmer. It's on the east side of the 101, it's more inland.
Very different.
Yeah, so technically it's Russian River Valley, but it's more like a Dry Creek zone.
Right.
Alright, we ready for the next Zinfandel? Or are you still savoring this one?
I can be ready.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, next we're gonna go back in time a little bit. We're gonna try 2012 Conti Vineyard. So Zinfandels typically, you don't want to age them for too long. 5 to 7 years, and they're at their peak, they're ready to go. After that, they might start to lose some of their fruit. But if you make the Zinfandel the right way, where it's not too high in alcohol, the alcohol doesn't eat away at the fruit, it doesn't eat away at the acidity. It's going to stay nice and compacted. It's going to hold on to all those great fruity characteristics that you get with Zinfandel. So our 2012 Conti Vineyard is tasting amazing right now. It's got some Carignan, some Petit Syrah, some Alicante Bouschet, and some Grenache, so that holds all of the fruits together. And it holds all of the characteristics. It adds some acidity, adds some tannins.
There's people walking.
Yeah.
We're in front of a window in town.
Yeah, people can see us.
They're waving at us.
They're enjoying the show. So yeah, this is our 2012 Conti Vineyard. This is also one half of the Russian River Zin blend that we just had. You can smell the jaminess on this one right away. Nice like strawberry jam, like blackberry jam right away.
It's kind of got like a soft nose, and I think that is because it's got some age. The longer it ages, the less you'll get on the nose generally. It depends on the wine.
Yeah, that's awesome right now.
And we didn't talk about it, but the color is really different too. It's almost like
Yeah, so
it turns into like brown.
yeah, wines typically when they age, the brightness goes down a little bit.
Like if it was really, really new, it would be more like purple.
Yeah, it'd be
Really?
more bright.
Yeah. And that kind of tones down.
Yeah, so this, I mean, it's tasting great right now. I still think this has another 2 or 3 years and it'll still be tasting good. But it's awesome right now. And this one, we're actually doing a case sale It's 50% off a case for club members for the 2012 Conti. Yeah, which is, yeah, that's a crazy deal. Absolutely. But yeah, this one for me, I'm gonna pair this with steak.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna-
really dry too.
Yeah, I'm gonna pair this with lamb, anything meaty, hearty.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get maybe a little bit spicy.
really, really good with the steak.
Yeah. This one has a bit more going on in it than the Russian River Inn. It's got a bit more depth to it.
Yeah, it's like, it's bigger,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Longer finish. It's smooth, but it's got a really long finish. But that's that age of that's what making it so smooth is that it's been aging for so long and really developing its characteristics.
And how do you explain what it tastes like when it's dry? Like what, how would you explain what I mean by that?
Well, it gives you like a little bit of pucker, like that could be from the tannins that make you like.
You know what I'm talking about though, on your tongue, like you feel it on your tongue when it's dry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that one. But yeah, that's one of our favorites. And we've been sourcing from the Conti Vineyard since 2010, I believe, or 2011. So we've been getting the Conti Vineyard for quite a while. It's definitely one of our favorites. We're gonna keep getting fruit from the Conti Vineyard. We sold out of the 15. We're almost sold out of the 2016 Conti. We've got a couple cases left, and then the 17 Conti is tasting amazing. So I'm really excited for that one. All right, next we're gonna move up to our Hemar vineyard. So this is actually the newest vineyard that we source from. It's out of Alexander Valley. Super excited to get this. We haven't sourced from the Alexander Valley vineyard since 2012.
Exciting.
Just so exciting, yeah. And this is a 2017 vintage. And this is the newest label that my sister Miranda designed for us. And this one has to be one of my favorite labels. that we
Yeah, you
have.
gotta get it printed and put on.
I know, I need to get a larger print.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite labels. It's got a lot going on. It's got a lot of character, and I think it really represents what the wine is in the bottle. Because the wine is very bold. It's got that classic Zin feel.
We should
But it's
tell
bright.
him to say something. Tell him to say hi so we know who's here. Because we can't see who's here.
Right. Yeah. If you want to give a shout out to us, let us know in the comments. Let
There's
us
a-
know
there's
where
a
you
chat
are.
Area.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in. We got some club members across the country, so I'd love to know if we got some club members from, the Midwest or East Coast, or if you're in California like the rest of us. Please let us know.
Yeah, I wish you guys could see my view. I'm looking out right now, and it's just vineyards and trees, and
Yeah.
it's sunny today.
It's gorgeous today. We definitely need it after the past couple of weeks with all the rain.
Yeah, it's been a lot of rain.
All right, so this is the 2017.
And
And
it's
Marvin.
a warmer climate. too.
Yeah, so it's a little bit warmer climate, so this one's gonna definitely be brighter. It's gonna have a really bright jamminess to it, a little bit more acidic.
What do you mean when you say bright?
Like,
So people understand.
what I mean by bright is like, the flavor's a little bit sharper on your tongue, like, it just like, right away you notice it, it's
In your
there.
face.
Yeah, it's a little bit more in your face, it's a little bit hard, it's not harsh, it's just more noticeable. Like older vintages are gonna be more smooth sailing.
Yeah.
This one's like up like this, and then it goes
And the
like
cool
that.
part about wines like this, I think, is that it's really, really good to pair it with food because it
Mhm.
really changes what you get.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. And this one might be my favorite of the 17s. Yeah, it's just that classic Zinfandel. It's got good jam. It's got the nice alcohol on it. It's not too heavy. It's not too high in alcohol. It's not too low. I think it's just perfect. It's got a really nice long finish.
Really nice.
Yeah, this is your classic Zin right here. The Hemar Vineyard Zinfandel out of Alexander Valley.
And it's not like the same like strawberry thing that I got. It's like more like a toned down fruit. It's not
Mhm.
so,
Yeah, it's not as in your face.
yeah. Like maybe like soft blackberries or like.
Yeah, it just coats your whole palate. It's awesome. Yeah, honestly, you don't even need to eat anything with this. Just have a glass on its own.
Yeah,
And that's your
it
meal right
changes
there.
a lot of things.
Yeah.
It does on its own.
No one wants to comment.
Yeah, they don't know how.
All
Like,
right.
can you comment on if you're watching on your phone?
Yeah,
Oh,
you should be able to if you log in.
let's see.
I don't know if they can. All right. Shall we move to the next one?
The last one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're making good time.
This is the fan favorite, I would say.
Yeah, this one, the Paradise Lane, I'm sure if you're watching, you know. This one's a favorite in the tasting room. It's the Paradise Lane Vineyard, Old Vine. So this vineyard was planted 90 years ago in Santa Rosa. So what that does is, because they've been planting for so long, because the vineyards have been planting for so long, the roots go down like 20 or 30 feet to the ground. So with that, that's where they get their water from. Now they don't need to be irrigated, they don't need to be watered. So the fruits can be a lot more concentrated because those vines have to fight for water.
Do you have questions?
So the grape clusters are going to be smaller. The fruit's going to be more concentrated, so you're going to get really nice blackberry jammy fruit on it. And you're also going to get a little bit of spice. This one, we call it blackberry jam in a bottle. This one, I would pair with dessert. I would have it chocolate with pie, like a chocolate cake or a pie. I think it would work with either one of those. And Brigida's got a phone call.
Yeah, Dana called in. She said she's loving it.
Oh, awesome. We got a fan that called in. I didn't know we had our phone lines open, but apparently we did.
Yeah, if you guys want to call us, we'll answer. We can put you on speaker. She said she's watching on her phone, so she doesn't want to comment.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you are watching on your phones as well. Okay, so right away the nose on this. Wow.
So, did you explain how
Yeah.
it's sweeter?
Yeah, explain that it's old vine.
Yeah.
It's dry farmed and head trained. So no irrigation on this one. Oh yeah, I can see why this one.
So, if they're not watering, if they're not using water when they're taking care of the vines, the grapes, they have to work harder to get nutrients, so that you almost get the best of the best, and the ones that aren't so good, they don't make it. So this fruit ends up being better, in my opinion, because it's working harder for the concentration.
Yep. And I mean, it has this. We're getting some other phone calls. I love it. Let's see who it is.
Elizabeth McDowell.
Oh, I think she just emailed.
Hello? Hey. Wow, awesome. Okay, she thinks the comments are not enabled.
I'm gonna have to check on the phone.
Okay, perfect. Now it's on it right now. Yay, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, bye. Alright.
Okay, I think I got it.
That was Elizabeth from Texas.
Awesome.
Loves our wines. She just told us how to figure it out.
And I just dropped the mic.
It's all good. It's the first time. It's gotta be a little rocky, you know? this one's, it's crazy how different these Zins are, you know? Like they're all
Yeah.
the same grape, but this one tastes so different. Like I would think it's a different wine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right, and you could totally see why this one's a favorite. It stands
Right.
out. It's just like a burst of
Right.
jamminess, and it's really smooth. And
What does Amanda call it? Blackberry jam?
yeah, blackberry jam in a bottle. I mean, that's
Literally.
this
is.
one to a T.
Yeah. If you like Zins,
This is the one to go to.
yes.
Okay, I think I enabled comments. If someone wants to try to leave a comment, please try and let us know.
Let's see if it works. It's okay if they can't comment, they can email us. Check your email.
That's alright. Let me check again and see if I press the right button.
Yeah, we're on live chat.
Might have restrictions on desktop, go to creator studio tools. I'm not good with computers. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's alright, little technical difficulties. We will make sure to get that sorted for the next one. But let's see, do we have any other wines open that we could try?
Really? Some other wines. There's so many.
Yeah, we do have a lot of wines.
How many different ones do you think you have total?
Over the years, we probably have 17 or 18 different Zinfandels.
Wow.
I don't know if they can hear me, but
I'm sure.
you know what? I think I know what I want to try. I think we're gonna go with the Carignan, just to change it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's not as in.
So, as you all may know, we are a Zin house here. We specialize in Zinfandel. We love Zin. It's a great wine for all occasions. It's great if you just want to pop open a bottle on a Tuesday night and have it with dinner. It's great if you're going to be having a party and you want to share lots of Zin with everyone. But can't go wrong with the Carignan.
Is that Amanda?
And I think Amanda just walked in.
Come join us.
Come join the Zin Live.
All right.
Alright, so I'm gonna get this Carignan open.
What do we got over here? Should I grab a glass?
Yeah, get a glass.
All right.
We're on to the Carignan, so let's start with the last. How can you see if there's how much time is left?
Oh, there's no time.
Or should I stand right
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
I don't know how much this camera can see, but whatever.
All right, I'm gonna grab a chair.
Yeah.
See behind you guys.
Pull up. So Amanda, our employee that works at the tasting room bar, just walked in, getting ready for the day.
2 years?
3
3
years.
years.
3
Yep.
years.
Working for us for 3 years, so I'm sure many of you know her.
All of them.
She may have signed you up for the wine club. So here is the Carignan, which is definitely a favorite of ours, and we are always very excited to educate people about Carignan.
So where is Carignan from? Like what country is big on Carignans? Do you know?
So Carignan is a French
A
varietal. A French varietal, typically used for blending. So it's really cool to see a Carignan in a bottle by itself. So it really gives you the full aspect of what Carignan has to offer. So when you try it in a blend and you get those really distinct characteristics, you can go, oh, that's coming from that Carignan, which I definitely appreciate 100% of anything.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah. And it's really cool to pour the Carignan in the tasting room because most people have never even heard about it, and if they have, they've only seen it in a blend, in a Zin blend before. So it was really cool to taste them on 100%. Carignan, and we get these grapes from the Venturi Vineyard in Mendocino County.
And Mendocino is like an hour and a half. 2
Yeah,
hours
it's north of here. It's in Ukiah, which
Is this one near the coast at all, or is it inland?
it's inland.
Okay.
Yeah, this is right alongside the 101 when you're going up north.
Definitely gets a little bit of that fog still.
Yeah.
Can't avoid the fog out there, that's for sure. This is a really great food wine for sure. It has a lot of versatility when it comes to pairing. You can pair something a little bit spicier with it. You can pair a nice barbecue
Yes.
food with it.
Yeah, because you get that spice note.
Yeah.
Finish.
Has a really nice tannic profile, so anything that you want a little bit of hardiness to kind of back it up, this one's going to be really nice for that. Really gorgeous color on it as well.
Yeah. Do they,
Different from the Zins.
when they blend it, is it for the color?
For Carignan, typically you'll blend it with Zinfandel for the structure.
Wow.
It really holds the Zin together really nicely.
Look at that sediment. Did you see that on the bottom?
Yeah. So a lot of our wines do have sediment. We just don't filter them as much. We like to keep them.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Gotta have all the good stuff coming
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So Carignan does have some nice tannins and it has some nice acidity, which goes really nicely with Zinfandel. Add some structure to it. But yeah, on the nose, I get a lot of like almost like leather and iron.
That's Skylar.
So is that here?
It's all good. Remain calm, guys. Yeah, I love the nose on this one. It's really, really nice. This is also one you could decant or let open up for a while. It's going to have a lot more jam come through. It has a lot of really nice acidity on it, which is going to, of course, if you're blending it with Zinfandel, add that oomph at the very end there, add a little bit more of a tannic profile.
Yeah.
Especially old vine Zins, they tend to get a little bit overly jammy, and you kind of want that little zing
Yeah,
at
that's
the
a great
end.
point. You want the Carignan to kind of tone that down a little bit. And Carignan is going to help it age a little bit. So we tried the 2012 Conti earlier.
All right.
That does have some Carignan in it. So that helps it to age over time. 7, 8 years, it's going to hold the Zin together really nicely.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, it's really fun to do varietals like a Carignan, just to let people taste what
I
what
should have said
goes
the
into Zinfandel.
in between, and it made the flavor so different.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That'll do that.
Wow.
And then what's interesting about Carignan is back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, it was the most widely planted varietal in Sonoma County in California. So it used to be a really popular varietal. And it looks like we got our first commenter. We got
Alright.
Brigida Simmeran's mom. She said hi to us.
Hey girl.
Hey.
Where's your glass of wine?
Yeah.
Come right on in with us.
So if anyone else wants to leave us a comment, please do. Let us know where you're tuning in from.
Ask us a question. We're
Yes,
here to
please
answer
ask
your
us questions.
Yeah.
Ask us questions about the wine, about Wine Gorilla, about any of us, really anything. We'll answer any questions you got. And let us know what your favorite Wine Gorilla wine is.
And what do you like to pair it with? Have you found any really funky pairings that you think are kind of weird that you want to let us know? I've had people come in and say this certain cheese with this certain cracker, but it has to be this certain cracker. Like I've had someone come in and say they love our Paradise Lane with animal crackers. And I
Wow,
thought that was a
that's
funny
actually a good
pairing.
Elizabeth here, she says.
Oh, we just got a comment.
Hi from Texas, love the labels, love the wine, love Wine Gorilla.
Ooh,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the comment.
Which one's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Yeah, Elizabeth, what's your favorite Wine Gorilla wine? If you have a go-to one, you're like, I need to have this one wine. What is it?
One you maybe need to restock on?
Yeah.
Open your bottle.
Nice. Love it.
Always a great choice.
Yeah, so don't be afraid of the sediment.
Yeah, so I do get quite a bit of club members or people buying wine from us where they might get, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, they might get what's called wine crystals on the bottom of the cork.
Take it to the camera so they can see
Yeah.
it.
I don't know, let's see if they can see
No,
it.
nah, they cannot see
Do like a swatch.
Yeah, so,
it. Tell me if you can see.
yeah, let's see.
Can you see that?
Hold on. Alright, you can take it away now. Yeah, they can see it.
Okay.
Oh, yep. It's
So,
on.
those wine crystals are completely natural, they're harmless, They might be a little bit annoying if it gets into your glass and you drink some. But
What do they taste like?
they don't taste like
Should I
anything.
drink it?
It's just like,
It just kind of throws you off a little
yeah,
bit.
it's
You're
just
like,
a
what is in
weird
my wine?
texture. Yeah.
People get, there's misconceptions that it might be something wrong with the wine, or that it might be like something weird in the wine that was added to it, but it is just all a part of the good stuff. And
Yeah.
gotta keep it all in there.
Yes.
It's pulp.
Yeah, it's like pulp and
No-
orange,
no
exactly.
biggie.
So, although, I mean, yes, you don't want it in your glass. You don't want to drink the sediment. You want to filter it out.
So we have these, which
Right.
actually have a little filter on them.
Yep, the
So
Haley's
that's-
Corker, and those are amazing.
Perfect for
Only
these.
$7.99, and they're BPA free, dishwasher safe. And you
So
can
good.
not only with you can use them with wine, you can use them with your olive oil, your vinegars, any spirits that you like to enjoy. Those are going to fit really nice in there and give you that full last glass without having to use any filters of any sort. that are-
Elizabeth's
Right.
gonna go check.
Elizabeth's gonna go check and check on her stock and let us know what her favorite wine
Ooh, I
wine
can't
is.
wait.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Well, my favorite's the Paradise Lane,
Yeah.
of course.
Do you have a favorite?
I do have. It changes a lot. I think my all-time favorite is the Forchini Vineyard Old Vine Zinfandel.
Mhm.
Should we try
Although
it?
we only have a few bottles left.
Right?
Otherwise I
Exactly.
would, but yeah, we're almost out of those. But right now, I think I have to go with the Hemar.
Oh, yeah.
Alexander Valley, our newest release. I think that might be my favorite.
We were missing Alexander Valley for a while. But
Yeah.
It's nice to
Yeah,
come
we
back
were.
to it.
And the Conti is a classic. I mean, that's definitely a mainstay. That's always going to be there. But I think the Hemar is just, yeah, it's next level.
Definitely, and it's so young right now. It has so much potential, and you can tell already, like when you taste it. Even though it's a 17, it has so much maturity, so much
Yeah.
potential, and it's gonna be really, really nice in a few years. Here, it already is.
All right, we got a cool question from Monique. She asked, "Why do some bottles have corks and some have screw cap?"
That's a good
So
question.
that's a great question. It pretty much all comes down to preference from the producer.
Yeah, it's just style.
Yeah, so it's a lot of it has to do with style. Other countries are way more open to doing screw caps. So if you go to New Zealand, Australia,
The new,
most
the
of the
new
wi-
world.
New World wines,
Definitely.
New World countries are gonna use screw cap a lot more.
And New World, like, so Old World is Europe. New
Mhm.
World is everywhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
For us, we started out doing screw cap for all of our Zinfandels, our red wines, our whites, everything, and it was great because you never had to worry about a corked wine. You never had to worry about the cork going bad and ruining the wine and opening it up or popping up the cork and being disappointed that you got a bad wine. So screw cap is really convenient. You don't have to worry about having a bottle opener. You know, if you go on a picnic, you forget the bottle opener. Now you know how to get the wine open.
Right.
So there's a lot of convenience
Definitely
to
a
it.
good point on that one.
It does allow for oxygenation. It does allow for oxygen to get into the bottle, so it will age
right,
over
so
time.
the reason they do corks is because it helps with aging, because it does let air get into
Right.
the bottle. That's the whole point. And so with screw caps, people are scared that they won't.
Right, it's true that they
Allow.
won't change, but they do.
Yeah.
They do allow change. Just like we just poured a 12, it tastes completely
tastes
different than
really
it
good.
did
Oh,
2
absolutely.
years ago.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also what's nice about the screw cap is you can store them upright. You don't have to worry about storing them upside down. You don't have to worry about any contact between the lid and,
And so
the actual
why do you
wine.
store it upside down in the cork?
So you have to store it upside down or on its side. You have to make sure that the wine is touching the cork because the cork is porous and you don't want a bunch of air to just keep sucking in there because then after a while the space between the wine and the cork is going to kind of form this funky kind of taste to it.
Right. And it doesn't it evaporate, or am I making that up?
It can't,
It
yeah,
can't.
over,
Like
50
in
years.
barrels, it does.
Yeah.
In barrels, when they put it in, they fill it, and then they have to keep adding because it
Mhm.
keeps
Yeah, to top it
evaporating.
off.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So we switched from screw cap to cork in 2015. Not really any reasons because of the wine, it was mainly because of the style of the labels changed. So you can see the style of this label compared to this label or this label. A little bit more Art Deco, classic looking. We just thought the cork fit better with that aesthetic. So that was the main reason for it. I'm not against screw cap or cork. Like I think they're both great. They both have their
Definitely.
places. We still use screw cap for a white rosé, which I think it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, you just want.
And you age those in steel the whole time?
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time?
So there's no reason for these to be
So,
corked.
yes, steel is very different than oak. Steel
Definitely.
doesn't evaporate at all.
And that's why
right?
we can can those wines, because they kind of grew up in a metal environment, and so when we put them in the can,
It's
it still
normal.
has, yeah, exactly, it
Yeah.
has the same kind of thing going, which I'm super excited for our cans to come out in spring, later
Yeah.
in springtime. We're having Arbordella and Rosé in can form, which I'm super excited about, and if you guys
Yeah.
have talked about that. But
So Elizabeth
excited.
just let us know what her favorite. It's been the 2016 Russian Rivers Inn, which we tried the 17 vintage earlier.
From the concentrated.
Yep. And she loved the Carignan.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, so
Alright.
the shipment you just got, it has the Hemar Vineyard in there, which is one of my favorites. I think you're gonna love that. But yeah, the Carignan, you can't go wrong with that. It's such an interesting wine. You're not gonna find it very often. So that one's a cool one to have in your wine cellar. Bring that bottle open when you have a bunch of friends over and you want to kind of show people a wine that they haven't had before. That's a great one to bring.
Carignan is always a fun conversation piece, because someone who hasn't heard of this varietal, getting them to learn how to say it is always fun. I remember trying to learn how to say Carignan, you get Carignan and all that fun stuff. So that's another fun thing
Yeah.
for a party trick. Show them your bottle and ask them
Yeah.
if they know how to say
The,
it.
the trick is Carignan.
Yep.
That's how you say it.
So-
Carignan.
I like to reference the Kansas song "Carry On, My Wayward Son."
That's a good one too.
And I just
like
say
that.
Carignan, my wayward son. That's my little
Love
kind of
it.
trick.
I love it.
Although if you drink enough Carignan, either way it may sound different.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. We actually did 100% Petit Syrah in 2012.
Oh, I
which
missed
was
that one.
awesome.
That was so
That was
good.
one of my favorites.
From the McLean Vineyard out in Alexander
Yeah.
Valley.
And usually they do Petit Syrah, they blend. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
usually
Petit
single.
Syrah is another blending grape. You'll see it a lot blended with Zinfandel. Again, mainly for the tannins and for the color. Petit Syrah is really dark. So
Yeah, it's that
It's like
purple
purple.
color.
Darkens up the
Yeah,
zin a little
really,
bit.
really gorgeous. It
Yeah.
gives it structure.
Alright, this is what sediment looks like.
Yeah, a little bit of sediment in there.
And it won't hurt you, we promise.
Let me show them what it looks like.
Let's see how it looks.
Can you see it?
Hold on. We're like 2 seconds behind.
You're going into my glass, guys.
Right.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's the sediment.
Yeah,
Should be
it's
fine.
totally fine.
No problem. Just
Alright.
thanks. So interesting.
Absolutely. We're here to educate.
Yes, I love telling people about wine and telling people about new varietals. I had never actually had a Carignan, going back to a
What
Carignan.
did you do before this? Were you
So I was actually working in a kitchen. So a love for wine and a love for cooking is definitely a good combo. But it kind of got to the point where I was wanting to cook more at home and kind of sick of it because I was at work all the time. But now it's really nice because I am here at the winery and I can bring home these amazing bottles and just kind of formulate a really cool kind of recipe. And I've come up with some really cool stuff, especially like for a vegetarian option. It's always good to think of something because with Zinfandels and all that, it's like, oh, steak and all that good stuff, and people don't realize that there's.
So what's your favorite pairing option with the Zin?
My favorite pairing option with the Zin is probably a really nice, like funky cheese platter, like a goat cheese or like cheese that has a lot of oomph to it. Any kind of desserts are amazing if the wine
What
has a
about
little bit
vegan
more jam
option?
to it. So vegan option, so Mediterranean food is
Okay,
always
there
really
you
good. You could do a falafel, you could do a tabbouleh
There
salad.
it is. We got Skylar, our coffee delivery.
We're live. We'll pop in and
It's delayed,
Gotcha.
so you're in it. There you are.
say hi to the people. This is
So
my fiance.
Monique said she loves the rosé in a can for backyard parties,
Oh yes.
and it's great when you just want glass. Absolutely, that's like exactly what we made it for.
Definitely.
Is you don't want to open up a bottle and have one glass and then you don't drink it for 2 more days.
cans have 2 glasses?
A glass and a half.
A glass and a half.
Yeah, so we're switching to the 250 milliliter cans. These are the 187s. The 250s are a little bit bigger, so they're just gonna give you a little bit more of a fuller glass of wine, but we're not doing the beer can size where it's two full glasses of wine. I mean that's a little much,
Yeah.
especially
And
if it's a
also-
hot day and you're in the backyard.
Absolutely.
You're holding it in your hand. It's warm by the time you get through half of it.
The Verdello, I don't think it does, but the rosé, sometimes it's better to pour it out because the can has a weird scent right away. And
Yeah,
then it goes away.
Yeah, it'll go away, and you can pour it into a glass, and it'll taste perfectly fine. The cans is great because it's very convenient. Throw them in your cooler or your fridge, and just pop one open. You don't have to, if only one of you is drinking the white or rosé, you don't want to drink a whole bottle to yourself. You don't need to waste all that wine.
Definitely.
Just open one can.
Also, if you're the type of person that is going through a kind of a set dinner flight, or if you're doing starting off with different options, you can, sometimes you just want to have that one glass of rosé and start off with that and then move on to your reds. I've always found when I've done that, then now I have this, like we said, whole open bottle of rosé now, or
Mhm.
Bordello, and so
You can
it's
do
nice.
a red in the can.
Yeah,
Maybe that would be interesting.
that would definitely be
Cool.
very interesting.
We'll see how it ages over
See
time.
what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do them. I mean, they have. I just got some from work. They have
Nice.
Pinots and I think they do cabs too.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, technology is definitely advancing. So technology with cans is still up and coming, and they're still developing it. So it's definitely going to change. So one thing I wanted to mention, guys, before we get out of here, is we are doing our next Zin and Donut event.
Woohoo!
So we do these events on Sundays about every other month.
By popular demand, we're coming back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we do is we pair with a different donut shop, and they make a bunch of donuts for us, and we pair them with our Zinfandels.
And they're really unique donuts.
Yeah.
Like chocolate donuts or like
Yeah, huckleberry,
Orange, yeah.
chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon.
very different.
Yeah, so all different types of donuts, and we pour a bunch of Zins and we eat a bunch of donuts.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect brunch outing, and the next one's gonna be April 7th. We paired with Dynamo Donuts in San Francisco, so that's gonna be really fun.
I'm excited to see what those donuts look like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be
our
great.
last donut, who did the last donuts for us? City Gardens?
City Garden Donuts in Santa Rosa.
And they did some amazing donuts for us. For instance, one of the most popular ones was the maple one with
Oh
the
yeah,
bacon on
maple
top.
bacon donuts.
Oh, you can't go
great
wrong.
with Zinfandel.
Yeah.
And then we have our wine club appreciation event with the Taste Group 116 group, April 27th and 28th. That's where if you're a club member with us, you come here and you check in and you get a glass, and then you can go to all the wineries in the group and get the discount for that day. You get all the wine club discounts for that weekend.
Which is always
Elizabeth
nice.
wants some donuts.
I don't know, we're gonna have to start like a donut club membership.
Yeah,
like
but
it.
how do you can mail donuts?
No.
You can mail a dough. And then you
Steal the recipe.
Mail recipe. Yeah, we could mail like a thing where it says what kind of donuts to pair with which Zen.
Or you gotta
It's
just
not
come
bad.
out. She used to come.
Yeah, you gotta get a plane ticket.
Right?
Fly out to Zinfan Donut Sunday.
Yeah.
And then our next wine club pickup party is in May. I believe it's May 18th.
And all this is on the website? Your
Yes,
website?
you can go on our website, winegorilla.com, go to the events tab. We'll have all of our upcoming events there and more information.
Email or call with questions.
Yeah, email or call us anytime. And just a reminder, we are doing a sale. Both of these are 50% off.
50%?
50% off case
Wow.
purchases, as
Love
well
seeing
as the
50% off.
2012
What a deal.
Conti. That is 50% off case purchases as well.
Great deals.
Which
Yeah.
is really amazing. The Conti is as good as it could be right now. We like to say for our Zinfandels, let them age for about 5 to 7 years, and they're just at that peak of excellence. So the Conti is definitely a really great buy, you guys.
Mhm.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks for tuning.
Huh?
Is that the 7-year mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's ready.
Yeah, it's right there. I think it'll still be good for another couple of years,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
It's coming
Yeah.
to its peak.
yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
Definitely. It's just
Yeah.
tasting really amazing.
Thank you guys for tuning in to our first Zen Live. We're going to keep doing these, so stay tuned for more information. We'll make sure the comments are turned on sooner, get all the technical difficulties figured out, and yeah, thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a good rest of your Saturday.
Yeah. Cheers, you guys. Go have some
Bye.
wine.
Cheers.